Hi, it's Brunswick, and welcome back to EBTV. My name is Lucy Aita. As you may have noticed, I'm back again to continue on with my painting today. Last week, I showed you very simple clouds painted with just two brushes using oil paint and the wet on wet method. Today, I have a little variety of colors on my palette here, and I'm going to be using a fan brush again to show you some very simple trees. I will start out with some sap green on my Wilson Bickford brush. Wilson Bickford is a very well-known artist. He's up by Canada in upstate New York, and I was fortunate enough to be trained under him to teach. So you can see I'm just loading the green onto my brush. Very simple. Anybody can do this. You don't have to draw. And I'm going to just start to tap in some trees. This will give a nice illusion of some background trees. I'm using very little pressure and tapping the paint off the brush. Now you can see it's getting lighter as I'm going along. So I'll just come back and reload. I don't even have to wipe the brush off. Now, I'm going to try to make these trees different heights. We want to show interest in our painting. And you can probably hear the tapping of the brush. I'm just going to come out a little bit in the front here so I can see if I'm being straight. Coming up right into my cloud there. Give the painting a little interest. I'm using very dark green right now, and then I will change over and use a lighter colors. Tapping up and down and up and down. Here we go. Turning my brush over, try to get a little bit more of that green over before I have to reload again. And I'm going to try to tap so it's not moving. I don't want everybody at home thinking their TV is broken. It's my canvas moving. All right, there we go. So I have some dark green there, faded off into a little bit of light green, and that's fine. I'm just going to wipe my brush on a paper towel back here. I'm going to go back to my palette. This time, I'm going to put some yellow ochre on my brush. Leaving that green right in there. I don't even have to wipe it off again. And I'm going to come in with this yellow ochre now. Make a nice little contrast. Going right into that green so it looks like the tree line is staying together. Come over here. And bring it up a little higher and lower all the way across. Now, if we had a light source in this painting and we can say, oh, the light source is coming from the middle, I may come in the middle and put a lighter color. So maybe what I'll do is I'll wipe off my brush with the yellow ochre, and I will come back. Oh, got a little drip there, and I'm going to get some nice bright yellow. I'm going to put a little yellow on here, on the sides, have a nice light source coming through. I'm going to take my yellow, mix right back in with the green. Now these trees in here will be a pale green yellow. This way it's going to look like that sun is coming right down. Even if the sun isn't in the painting, it will just look like the light source is coming right into the middle. Okay, mix them a little taller. And yes, I did cover up a few of those clouds, and that's okay. So now we have a nice tree line. Come in. There's a pretty tree line. Now, just to tie it in together, I can put a little green, sap green again. Just rubbing my brush to the side now instead of tapping up and down, just to make a little landmass there. Very simple. Anybody can do this. In my classes, everybody just follows along step by step. Now, I'm going to take some dark green again. I have a little yellow in there. It's okay. I'm going to put some brown in. I'm going to make a nice darker color. A little more green. A little more brown. Now, since this is just a demonstration today, I'm not worried if it's fall or spring or summer. Just want to show you some of the strokes and how I teach with two simple brushes. Okay. here we go. I'm holding my brush on the side. I have a lot of paint, maybe a little too much paint in there. But here we go. I'm going to start my pine tree. Up and down, just turning the brush, back and forth, turning the brush over, pushing harder, harder, and harder as we get down to the bottom, and I can see I need my paint a little darker. You can see that doesn't show so much. I'll come back in just with the brown, and I'm going to come in and just put a little bit of dark, just so this tree pops off the canvas. Back and forth on the side. Now, I can come in and I can highlight this tree, and that's what will make the tree look 3D. You can already see the tree line looks in the back, the clouds look up top. This way we have a nice perspective in our painting. So, I wiped off my brush just a little. You can come in with this lighter color and just come back and put a little bit. I have a little bit too much paint on my brush right there, so I'm going to just try to wipe a little off. Normally I would make this even darker. You can probably see as I make it darker, it stands out even better. So I'm going to come up here just so you can see which way I'm holding the brush. So to get a little highlight in there, I may have to go with a little yellow this time. Yellow and white. And now we'll show a little bit of 3D in the tree. I'm tapping a little bit more in, and that's a very full tree. A lot of times when I teach these trees, we try to leave them a little airier so you can see through. In this case, I just wanted to give a quick demonstration on how easy it is to do a pine tree. So that's my demonstration for today. Please come join me on Facebook at my site. And my site is Lucy's Big Beautiful World of Painting. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you again.